What is going on, guys? It's your boy Void here. Today I want to talk about some negotiations. So I've had a lot of people ask me about like how was I able to negotiate? How was I able to get some more money on our total compensations for some of our job offers? So I'm gonna get right into it because this is kind of a long video. I put a good amount of work into this, helped out a lot of people, heard a lot of different stories, and tried to figure out what would best be applicable to a general case. So I would really appreciate if you guys could leave a like and subscribe for all the work that I've put into this video. And I guarantee that if you watch this all the way through, you'll gain something out of it. So please hit that like button and let's get right into it. The first thing and the best thing, I think this is pretty common sense. This is pretty like common knowledge, but the best way to increase your salary by a good significant portion is to have another offer. Usually that offer has to be fairly competitive with the one you're trying to negotiate. Otherwise, the other company might not really value it too much because they know that you're more likely to sign with them because theirs is already higher. But if you have an offer that's competitive, meaning that it is higher than the one you're trying to negotiate, or it matches the one you're trying to negotiate, or it's lower, but it's in a lower cost of living area, then you can still leverage that offer to negotiate your other one. It might look something along the lines of you receive your initial offer from this company, and then you get another offer from company B. Company B comes in at a higher price point or a lower point, but in a lower cost of living area. But you like company A, so you talk to the recruiter, you say, hey, I really like this company. Make sure you show that you're appreciative, by the way. So you go to recruiter A or recruiter from company A and you say, hey, I would like you guys to up the offer a little bit because I have this other offer, but I really enjoyed talking with everyone that I talked to at this company. Then they'll say something along the lines of, well, more likely than not, they're going to ask you, okay, what is this other company offering you? I personally go the route of, I like to tell them the numbers because while some articles online will say that you should not do this and that you should, because that kind of limits how much they'll give you. In tech, I have not found that a lot of companies will give you a significant amount more than the initial offer without another offer. So I usually give the numbers. I would give them the numbers. I would be hesitant to give like an offer letter if they ask for that, but I would be comfortable giving them the numbers and saying, this is what they're offering me. I really hope that you guys can try to match this or beat it. Then if they come back to you and say, hey, good news, we were able to match this, then you can tell them, okay, that's really great, but I really like both companies, so this is a hard decision for me, especially if both of them are at the same price point. If you guys were able to give me a slightly higher total compensation than this other company, then that would be a huge thing for me. Just make sure that you express that that compensation is something important to you. More likely, if they were to give you what you are asking for, that you would more highly consider their offer. And once they hear this, hopefully they'll give you something. If they ask you like how much more you would want, always go over the amount that you actually want, because if I ask for 20K in stocks extra, they might just give me 10. They might give me 15. They might give me 5. The point is they usually won't give you the full amount that you are asking for. So make sure the amount you're asking for overshoots what you really want, but don't make it ridiculous because that might seem a little... Now, for a more practical case, let's say you have a lower offer in like a similar cost of living area, or maybe you don't have another offer at all. You might think to yourself, oh crap, well, I should probably just accept this other offer. Like, I don't have another one. I'm in no place to negotiate. That is not necessarily true. They extended you an offer. They've already invested some time and some money into you. you're valuable to them and you need to recognize that. Now, because you don't have another offer, I would not request a ludicrous amount of money extra, but what I would do is I would say, I would use the give me X and I will sign now strategy. And basically what that is just exactly what it says it is. If you guys are able to give me X amount, 10K more in signing, then I am willing to sign within 24 hours. Something along those lines, because they really want to be able to close on you and finish up your offer and have you sign it, because of course recruiters want to close on you. They want to have their good metrics. They don't want to waste any of their money or time during the interview process, all of that stuff. So a slight bump for a guaranteed close is really nice on their side. But again, make sure this X amount more is more than what you actually want, because they might not give you that full amount. Now, this only works if you are willing to sign with the company, of course. If you're not willing to sign, don't say this. Don't say this at all, please. And use this as a last card type of thing, because once you do this, if they say, okay, we will give this to you, you have lost your leverage. And one scenario that might happen if you do this, say I ask for 10K more in signing bonus, they might say, hey, I got you approved for 5K more signing bonus. How do you feel about that? Would you be willing to accept this? But you originally said, I will accept if you give me 10K more in signing bonus. So you can definitely express like appreciation for this extra bonus, but don't accept right then and there. Don't say, hey, I'm really excited, glad to accept. Or don't say anything like that, because again, once you do that, you lose all your leverage, and then they know that you are going to sign anyways, even if you didn't get that X amount. Like that X amount should be your, like, if they give you anything less, do not sign right away. Just be appreciative of that extra bonus and try to stay until the deadline. Another strategy to use if you don't have another offer is playing up your experience. Now, I'm not saying to be cocky. Don't say, oh, this is not enough money for me. This is trash. Your offer sucks. How am I supposed to live off of this? Don't say that. Please do not say that. But what you can do is say, hey, I would really appreciate if you guys could go up in either signing bonus or salary a little bit. And most likely they're not going to go up on signing bonus. Salary, or in salary, but they would potentially be able to move up on signing bonus. So try that out before you try your last card that I was talking about earlier. There aren't too many methods if you don't have another offer, but there are some important things that you need to consider whether you have an offer or not. Now, these next tactics apply for anybody that has one offer at least. So the first thing, whenever you get your offer, make sure you do not accept the offer when you first get it. I know people who have said, wow, I'm so excited. Thank you for this offer. I can't wait to accept it. And then, poof, your entire leverage, you cannot negotiate because they know you intend on accepting it. So make sure you don't verbally say, I accept, or I can't wait to accept, or I can't wait to join, anything like that. You can express gratitude and appreciation without making a commitment. Another thing is this also applies to emails. Don't accept over email on accident. Don't say, hey, I intend to accept. Nothing along those lines. Always say that you are grateful for it, you appreciate it, you would like this bump, that kind of thing. try not to say I will accept unless you are using the if you increase by X, I will accept method. Cool. So the next tactic that I've seen this recruiting season a lot is, I like to call this the stiff arm tactic. And recruiters are real good at this one. So you'll have an offer from a company and you'll say, hey, I want to negotiate. Maybe you pull the strategy. You say, I want 5K more signing bonus and I will sign. And then the recruiter will be like, okay, I will talk to my manager. And they will wait, and they will wait, and they will wait, they will wait. They will not get back to you until very close to your deadline. And the purpose of this is to see if you're going to accept the offer before any negotiations happen, before they even have gotten back to you. So the candidate might get so scared that, oh crap, they're thinking a lot, maybe they're going to rescind. They're not going to rescind. 99 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, they are not going to rescind your offer. So that's a fear that you need to get over. They're not going to rescind you. They've already put time and money into you. They want you to join. They're not going to rescind you for asking for a 5K bump. Armed by recruiters, if they try to stiff arm you, stiff arm right back. And what I mean by that is tactic number 3, I guess. Don't be afraid to accept an offer at the last minute, the last day, the last hour even. And while you might think to yourself, wow, that's scary, like the last hour? And yes, the last hour, because they gave you this deadline. You are honoring their deadline by accepting it within that time frame. So if they're playing hardball, they're stiff arming, and they're not getting back to you, they're not going to rescind. Maybe you have been approved for it, and they're just waiting it out to try to see if you'll accept without it. Another thing you can do to be a little more proactive about this is to be proactive. Reach out to your recruiters, bug them, say, hey, is there any update? Now, don't do this too frequently because you don't want to annoy them, but you definitely want to hear your updates in a timely fashion. I would say if your deadline's in 2 weeks and you are trying to negotiate and you haven't heard back for a few days, maybe wait a couple more days, maybe 3-4 days if you have 2 weeks. If you only have 1 week, I would honestly email after like 2 days, 3 days of waiting, maybe on that third day. But you need your updates. You need to bug them to an extent. And you also need to, this one's important actually. You need to hit the like button. I actually forgot one more thing. So the last thing, you hear this everywhere, but do not lie. I always was of the thought that companies do not ask for proof when you're trying to negotiate with them, but that is not the case at all. I've actually had companies ask me for the numbers on 2 occasions out of my 3 occasions of negotiating already. So, and these are from like tech companies, like big tech companies. So don't think that they aren't going to ask for your other offers, or maybe not your offers, but your other numbers or screenshots of the numbers. So don't lie. It can only hurt you, it can hurt you so much. And if you're asking for a small bump, it can only help you so much. The risk is not worth the reward in this case. The reward for watching this video is pretty high. So thank you guys so much for watching all the way through. I really appreciate anyone who is still here at the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope this helped y'all out. If you need to know anything else about negotiating or you have a specific scenario, let me know in the comments below. You don't have to name drop any companies. Just let me know. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. See ya.